What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that Albert Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. Apparently, it's called compound interest. So what is compound interest? First of all, the aim of this video is to teach you guys how wealth is actually created. So the wealthiest people in the world, or just generally people that are wealthy, how they created their wealth. And it's probably the most important, or if not the most important thing with regards to building a wealth or making a lot of money or becoming rich. So it's called compound interest, and I'm going to tie in another concept called the velocity of money, which is basically they're kind of one in the same thing. So the velocity of money is basically if you put your money to work for you, if you invest in something, what happens is that money, you don't directly have to work, not that much anyway. It's whatever income is generated from that investment is called passive income, because you don't have to work for it much. Yeah, you don't have to work for it, but for the majority part, you don't have to work for the income or the money that's created. You don't have to work for it. So it's called passive income. So the velocity of money is basically the faster you can use the money generated from your investments, the faster you can use that money to reinvest into another investment. The speed at which you can do that is called the velocity of money. So if it takes you a day to get the return on your investment, and then you can put that return back into another investment, the velocity of money of that investment, or the velocity of money in that scenario is 1 day. So that's what the velocity of money is. And compound interest is very similar. Compound interest is basically interest on interest. So the interest you earn from an investment, the interest that you gain from that interest is called compound interest. So if you can really compound your interest, first of all, compound interest builds on the velocity of money. So if you apply those two concepts together, if you can get your return on investment in the shortest period of time possible, and you can maximize your ROI. I'll talk about ROI in another video. ROI just means return on investment. If you can get a really high return on investment and you have a really high startup capital, for example, if you have £10,000 and that gives you like a 10% ROI, which is £1,000, and then you get that return on investment, £1,000 within 1 day, you can get at least £1,000 a day. And if you can use that £1,000 a day, the velocity of money, if you can use that £1,000 a day, and then you can apply compound interest. That compound interest basically, because the interest is £1,000, and then the velocity of money which is 1 day. If you can, the way compounding works is the interest on interest. So the interest is £1,000 in that scenario, and then that £1,000 as well as the initial £10,000 will earn you £100 for the 10% on interest of the 1,000, which is the interest that you earned at first, and then you're still going to earn £1,000 today. So the next day it's going to be £1,100 instead of £1,000, and then the third day is going to be another 10%, which is going to be 10% on the 1,100 instead of 10% on the 1,000. So you're earning interest on interest. So not only are you when you buy shares, not only are the employees of that company working for you and generating you money, you're applying the velocity of money. So what you're pulling that money out in a very short amount of time, and you're investing in something else, or you're reinvesting into the same investment, and then you apply compound interest. So that interest is also earning interest on itself. So that's how wealth creation is built. You can only do so many hours. If you're getting paid per hour, or even if you're just working for money, you can only work so much before you get fatigued and tired, and before you have to rest. So what you need to do is you need to delegate, and you need to be able to utilize different investing and finance techniques to be able to make money work for you instead of having people work for you. Having people work for you is amazing. Working for yourself is probably the worst way to make money. You'll never be rich by working for yourself. Very, very rarely do people become rich working for themselves. They have to be extremely talented in one area, and they have to almost always invest thousands of hours to become a professional, to get to the point where people pay them to actually pay them large sums of money. But most people in the world aren't talented in one particular area or one particular skill to be able to earn that kind of money. So the best thing for the majority of people, which is even better than having a really, really good skill and get paid a lot more money for it, is to just use compound interest, velocity of money, and high startup capital and high ROI. Those 4 things, which I'll be talking about individually in other videos, is how wealth creation is built. If there's anything else related to wealth creation, I'll try and figure it out, but from the top of my head, those are the most important things. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.